Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, a big welcome to you. My name is Shelly. So today I want to talk about building a solid, easy to follow hair care regimen for your locks. So I honestly believe that having an easy to follow regimen for taking care of your locks is key to having healthy locks. So I'm going to walk you through what I use, what I do, what my thought process is, and then you can in turn pull it from that to build your own hair care regimen. So the first part that I want to talk about is the cleansing piece, the piece that people don't really stress enough on. Honestly, I believe that clean scalp, clean hair, that's like the foundation of everything. You don't want to put oils and product on dirty hair. In my opinion, you should really spend a lot of time on your cleansing piece of it. That should be the longest part of your wash day, if you get what I mean. So I'm going to break down the cleansing part. There's two pieces of this pre-cleanse and then the actual cleaning of your hair. So you remember when you had not loose natural hair, right? You used to do a pre-poo process. So this is kind of like the same thing, what I'm calling pre-cleanse, where you're actually preparing your hair and your scalp for the wash process. And for me, what I do is I loosen my roots. I open up my roots a little bit so that I can get in there, get the shampoo to go into its job, and a lot of time when you look at your roots, it doesn't look like there's anything under. It just looks normal and clean, and until you unravel it, and then you see stuff, right? I've already unraveled some of them. So look at this one. See, look how nasty that stuff is. And I don't use product in my hair. I use this is all oil and dry scalp and stuff, flakes and stuff from my scalp that's in my hair. So I loosen up my roots just to make sure that I'm helping the shampoo to work. Now before I actually shampoo my hair, I use a product. I use the pre-cleanse. So this is a Dr. Locs pre-cleanse that I use to spray my roots to and my new growth to loosen up the dirt and build up and whatever else is on my hair. Just loosen it up so that the shampoo can actually this is just to help the shampoo to do its job, basically what I'm saying. If you don't have pre-cleanse, you can use other things. So this is the Head and Shoulders pre-shampoo buildup remover from Head and Shoulders. This is the Royal Oils line, and this line, the Royal Oils line, is basically made for us people of color by people of color. So like the scientists and the engineers and stuff, they're all they're all black people. So this is also good. The Dr. Locs pre-cleanse is my favorite. If you don't have these products, you don't have to go and buy these things. You can make your own. Just make enough to use that one time, because I don't think you can store this. So make your own with like half bottle or half apple cider vinegar, then water, and then you can add some baking soda to it as well. And actually, if you look at the ingredients of the Dr. Locs pre-cleanse, which is more natural, the ingredients, the first 3 ingredients is water, witch hazel, apple cider vinegar, and then jojoba oil and tea tree oil and stuff like that. So I feel like you can make your own. You don't have to go out and buy anything, but the whole point is just to make sure that you're preparing your scalp and your roots for your new growth for the wash process, right? I know I probably repeat myself 10 times. And then you go in and wash your hair. So actually washing your hair, I feel like you should do 3 washes. The first one to loosen up all the dirt and build up and all that from your last wash day, and get that first wash out the way. And then I feel like the second wash is the one to actually do the work, right? Get in there and really clean your hair. And if you realize and pay attention, you will see that your first wash doesn't really sense that much, but your second one really does, right? And I feel like that's the one that I spend most of my time on. And then the third one I feel like it's like a security, right? Like just to make sure that it's clean, even though you kind of know that it is. And I feel like if you go to like a loctician, it's okay to ask, can you shampoo my hair another time? Like one more time, unless they really did spend a lot of time on the shampooing and like digging into your into your scalp, not digging, but you know what I'm saying, like really getting in there. Also, before you go to the loctician, open up your roots before you go, because not everybody does this. Some do, some don't. Just to make sure that you're getting the most out of your services that you're paying for. So after you shampoo your hair, then you go into the moisturizing piece. And I feel like moisturizing and styling, like those two pieces are like the parts that people focus on. I get a lot of questions on what do you use to moisturize, how do you moisturize, what products do you use to retwist. Like these are the questions that I get a lot. But actually, I really get questions about what product you use to wash your hair, or how do you wash your hair. And I feel like that's like the part that we should really focus on. As it relates to shampoos, I don't have a favorite. I just use pretty much anything, as long as it's as long as it really cleans my hair. So I use a clarifying shampoo, and then I use a moisturizing shampoo after, just to make sure that I can put a little bit of moisture back in my hair. I don't use conditioners. I have nothing against conditioners. It's just that I don't trust myself to wash it out of my that I'm really washing it out of my hair. If I go to a salon, yes, they use conditioner because they know what they're doing. They can see in my head. I don't trust that I can clean it properly. Okay, so then the next piece of it, like I said, is the moisturizing part, and this is where you're really gonna put that moisture back in your locks, right? So before you actually add any moisturizing product to your hair, make sure that you're really sucking out as much water out of your hair as possible. I use a sheet towel, and you've heard me if you've watched prior videos, you see me talk about the sheet towel forever, and I'll post a link below where you can actually get this. But I probably do that. I'm not gonna do that for everything I have anyway. But the sheet towel I really like. I've been using this for I feel like it's like 2 years now, and it's still blue. Probably have a couple stains and stuff on there because it's been used so much from me and my mother-in-law. But it's a really thick cloth, and it cuts the drying time significantly versus a regular like towel or t-shirt or a microfiber towel, right? So I squeeze it's really squeeze out all of the water out of my hair, so it's not dripping or anything. And then I go in with my moisturizer. So I want to make sure that my hair have the liquid that's in my hair or the wetness or water or whatever's in my hair is actually the moisturizer versus water. So for moisturizing, I use the Regimen leave-in conditioner from Dr. Locs. I love Dr. Locs products, and you've seen me share their products many times. I'm not sponsored by them. I just love their stuff and been using it for 4 years now. So this conditioner I feel like is the best one I've tried so far. Another alternative is the Cream of Nature Argan Oil leave-in conditioner, and I put the link where you can get this on Amazon. You can also get it in Target. It's like $4 or $5. It's really cheap. This I believe is, I don't know. I'll find what the price is, but it's much more expensive. But it's black owned, so I prefer to spend my money with black people. So anyway, those two I would say is like the best I've tried. One on the higher end, one on the lower end. And also you can make your own. You don't have to buy anything if you don't want to. So you can, my spray bottle, when I do mix stuff, is I put rose water with light oils. And if you look at the ingredients in Dr. Locs, it's distilled water, coconut oil, avocado oil, argan oil, apricot oil. It's like all the light oils that I use every day. Like that's what's in there. So if you want to mix your own, you can mix up. You can get some rose water from Amazon, and mix that with your light oils, your avocado oil, your sweet almond oil, like those kind of oils, right? And you're good to go. So you really don't have to buy anything, and never feel like, even when I show you products, that you should go buy them. And I always try to give you an alternative, expensive, budget friendly, and also, you building one for yourself. So you always see that from me. And just make sure that when you're moisturizing your hair, you're not just focusing on your locks, right? Spray your roots all the way down, and work the product in your hair. Don't think about the styling piece or any of that. That's irrelevant. Just really get the products into your new growth, which is going to be really thick and bushy. Make sure that you're really getting the product on your scalp. I always say divide your hair in 4 parts and work like that throughout your entire wash day. And again, you will see that in my wash day video linked below, right? But just make sure that you're getting you're spraying your hair from the root all the way down to the end, and squeeze that thing in. Remember, you don't want to just moisturize the outside of your locks. You want the whole thing inside of it, especially if you have thicker locks than I do. You're gonna really need to get it in there, okay? And then you can think about your styling. So I always say, make sure your hair is fully moisturized and it feels good. And then grab your oils, right? Make sure you oil your scalp if your scalp needs it. Some people don't. Some people, they can spray with the spray bottle with their moisturizer and they're good. I have scalp eczema. Some people who have other scalp conditions can't just moisturize and go. We need the oils to seal the moisturizing agents in. So for me, I use oil. Dr. Locs Yaya oil is also really good. I really love this. I love it because it's already mixed, right? I don't have to do anything. So it has avocado oil, grapeseed oil, sweet almond oil, jojoba oil, argan oil. All of the oils that I love is in here. And another oil that I actually like from Target is Alicate Naturals. What is it called? 7 Essential Oil, something another is called. I'll put a link below where you can get that. Target has it, Amazon has it. Or again, you can make your own. So you can buy your own oils and put together. For me, I personally think that light oils work really well. So even if you want to use something thicker like a castor oil, always mix it with light oils like your avocado oil, your sweet almond oil, your argan oil, stuff like that, just to make it let the consistency be much lighter. I think that's a really good mixture. And just make sure that you coat your entire scalp, and then when you're done, make sure you give yourself a good massage. And again, massage in parts, so don't just do your whole head. I mean, you can, but I feel like if you focus on one area and you really you do a much better job if you're only being very intentional about where you put your product. So I think that's a good rule of thumb to follow. Just make sure that your hair is completely clean, completely moisturized, completely oiled, and it's nice and juicy and luscious and everything. And then you can think about styling or think about your retwisting. I do not retwist every time I wash my hair, and you shouldn't do that either, because you don't want to thin your hair out. When you see it, some people, and they they don't have edges, or their roots look sparse, and that I think that's from over styling or over retwisting. So you don't have to retwist all the time, but when you do, I honestly think that you should use products that don't cause buildup. I am a liquid girl, right? So everything you ever see me use is like liquid. I've experimented with edge controls a little bit, but as it relates to gels, I don't own any. I don't want anything creamy or any of that stuff, just because I feel like I'm just going to cause buildup. I already opened my locks and show you that there's dirt and stuff under my locks from just my regular products. I'm not using gels and creams and stuff. So I can only imagine if I really was, right? So I would say to stay away from gels if you can, unless you find something that you know for sure it doesn't cause buildup, you know, in your locks. But you know, I already posted a video on how I retwist my hair, so I'll put that below as well so that you can see how I do it and what products I use. Yeah, and then lastly, styling your hair. Again, do not do anything that's going to cause crazy friction, or should I say pulling your hair, or anything like that that will cause, you know, cause you to, like, you know, mess up your follicles and thin your locks out, right? Also, I interlock a lot, so, well, not a lot, but I interlock a couple times a year. So I'll also post a video for that as well, because that's, I interlock, and then in between my interlock sessions, I go in with, I do a retwist, and I interlock only when I can fit two fingers in my roots. So like my next session, when I wash my hair today, I will be interlocking, because see, now I can fit 2 fingers in my roots, and I feel like that's the rule of thumb as to how often you should do it. I don't think you should go by the calendar, because your hair grows at different rates. I always say, just make sure you can fit 2 fingers in there, and that will tell you that you have enough hair to be doing interlocking. Okay, if you do not have enough hair, enough new growth I should say, to put 2 fingers in, you have no business doing interlocking your hair, because you're just causing problems. And I post all my previous videos that relates to anything that I'm talking about today, so that you can reference. And then yes, you can style your hair however you want, just to make sure, rule of thumb again, just make sure you're not causing buildup, make sure you're not causing any friction, any pulling of your hair and stuff like that. But in a nutshell, this is what goes through my brain when I'm putting together my regimen for washing my hair on wash day. In between my wash days, I moisturize with my moisturizing products that I shared, if I feel like I need to, like if I feel like I need to moisturize. And if my scalp looks dry, then obviously I oil my scalp in between wash days. I wash my hair every 2 weeks. You don't have to do that. I wash my hair every 2 weeks because that's what my hair needs. Again, I have scalp eczema. I can't go like long periods like some people. And my last tip is to know your own hair. Spend time understanding, what your hair likes, what your hair don't like. What works for me is probably not gonna work for you, right? But if we share with each other, we can pull from each other, and what works for us, we gravitate to, right? So for me, 2 weeks wash day works for me. For some people, it's more than that. So figure out your mojo with your hair and what your hair likes, and then do that, right? So that's basically my tips for you guys. If you could comment below and share, what is your high level simple hair care regimen, so that we can all learn from each other, right? It's not just me talking to you, and I don't want it to be like that, right? I want it to feel like I'm talking to somebody. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Please comment below, let me know what you use and what your regimen is. If you have not yet subscribed, you got to the end of this video, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, so you can see future videos. Make sure you hit the notification bell, and like this video, so that it tells YouTube that these are the type of things that you like to see. Also, lastly, let me know as well below what the next video you want me to do, like what's the next topic you want me to touch, so I can do that. I only want to make videos that you like, okay? I have 2 kids. You all know I just had a baby. I just want to do videos that you like versus just throwing things at you. So help me out. So yeah, but anyway, that's all, guys. So thank you guys for watching, and I see you guys in my next video.